let's do this.
Welcome back everyone. In this instalment of your On Demand, we shall be learning how to remove and add objects in Adobe Photoshop and Photopea. For this one we'll be using Adobe's sample images. This is one of their own tutorials, but it's a real good one, so we'll just go with this one. As usual, you'll have access to the step-by-step guide and the sample files. Okay, so we'll jump straight in, go to Photoshop. Now let's open up our sample files. Start with that. So we've got two files for this one. Okay, so if we go with this one, the image with 4 people on it, and then we've got the other one here as well. Okay, I've got some guides on this one, I can hide those. That's it. Right, what we need to do before we start, the first step is to remove some of these footprints from our image. Okay, this is a really simple thing to do using the Adobe's patch tool. So we select the patch tool, which is here on your left hand side. It looks like a plaster cast. Okay, so highlight that, hold that down, and the patch tool will appear in the drop down. Okay, so once you've got your patch tool selected, make sure the source is selected. Okay. And then what we do is move the selection to an area where the sample can be replaced, really. So what I'm going to do is select some of these footprints. Okay, and then I'm going to drag that area across. There we go. And then you can press Option D to deselect, or you can deselect up here. Okay. So there's another piece there that I'm going to go for. Select that, move the area across to an area that matches. Brilliant. And select, deselect. I'll do the same over here. Draw over these footprints. I'm going to drag it the other way this time. There we go. That seems to work. Select, deselect, and I'll do the same with that one there. I'm going to leave that shadow in, so I'm not going to touch that one. There we go. And finally this one. Okay. Deselect, and that's our image cleaned up. So for step 2, this is a square image. I'd like to make it more of a landscape. Okay, so I'm going to extend the canvas. So what you do next is find the crop tool. Okay, set width to and height times resolution. Okay, and then I'm going to drag the extended canvas roughly where I want it. So I'm using rule of thirds here. As you can see, where I'm dragging it, it's giving me the rule of thirds grid. So I'm going to take this to the end of that guide, and I've got 3, 3, 3. That's it. So this is my center point now. Okay. Next, I'm going to use the rectangular marquee tool to select the area that I'd like to be made content aware. Next, I'm going to choose Edit, Content Aware, Fill, and I'm going to let Photoshop do all the magic here. What it's done, it's selected the main image, it's sampled the background, all the different elements, and it's actually worked out and recreated that background. So I'm going to click OK for that. Brilliant. So we can deselect that as well. That worked really well. Excellent. Okay, so what I'd like to do next is add another of these characters here. To add another figure into the composition, it will just balance it out a little bit more. So we'll go to our next image, and next up we'll click Select Color Range. Now I'm going to click on this pipette here, the plus one in the middle, okay, because I want to sample a specific image of this guy. Now he's on a dark, he's got a dark suit on, so I'm just going to select the areas that I'd like. I'm going to make this about 87. That's better. Now I've gone back to this one, selected just the man and his shadow. I think that works about right. So if I OK that, it gives me a marquee tool around that guy. So what I can do next is actually cut him out. Or I could just use the move tool actually, so I can put him wherever I want now. So let's drag him into the other image. There we go. I'll put him about there. And that's how simple this task is. Before I go, now this task can also be created in Photopea. So within Photopea you have your patch tool here, and you have your content aware move tool here as well, all under the same drop down. Exactly the same process. So have a go with the sample image. Play around with some of your own images, and let's see what you can upload. Okay, thank you guys.